Empty hotel towers casting shadows over the Strip, surveillance footage of deserted gaming floors, and financial documents showing losses that could bankrupt small countries. Resorts World wasn't just another casino opening. It was the most expensive gamble in Vegas history. This is where billion-dollar dreams died, where pricing greed backfired spectacularly, and where the house finally lost. In 2013, Malaysian conglomerate Genting Group made a bold announcement that sent shockwaves through the hospitality industry. They weren't just building another Vegas casino, they were constructing the most expensive resort in Strip history. The $4.7 billion price tag for Resorts World Las Vegas wasn't just staggering, it was unprecedented. The vision was ambitious beyond measure. On the site of the former Stardust Hotel, where Vegas legends once performed, would rise a mega resort so luxurious it would redefine hospitality standards. The plans called for 3 hotel towers housing 3,500 rooms under premium brands like Hilton, Conrad, and Crockford's, 7 swimming pools spanning 5.5 acres, a 5,000-seat theater, a 110,000 square foot casino with cutting-edge technology. This wasn't just a resort, it was a declaration of dominance. Behind this vision stood Genting Group's chairman, Malaysian billionaire Lim Kok Thay. With a net worth exceeding $2 billion and a global gaming empire spanning continents, Lim saw Vegas as the ultimate conquest, the final jewel in his global casino crown. His team projected annual revenues of over $700 million. The property would employ 5,000 people and attract a new wave of Asian high rollers to the Strip. But from the beginning, warning signs emerged. Originally slated for a 2016 opening, construction delays pushed timelines repeatedly. Costs ballooned from an initial estimate of $4 billion. Design changes became routine as market conditions shifted. The groundbreaking finally happened in May 2015, but progress remained painfully slow. Then came the ultimate curveball, COVID-19. As the pandemic paralyzed global travel, Resorts World pushed forward with construction. In June 2021, against all odds and conventional wisdom, the property finally opened its doors. The timing couldn't have been worse. International travel restrictions had decimated Asian tourism, the very market segment Resorts World had banked on. What should have been a triumphant launch instead became a desperate scramble for survival. The numbers tell a devastating story. While established Vegas properties typically maintain occupancy rates between 85 to 95% during peak periods, Resorts World struggled to hit 60% on its best days. Industry sources revealed that during midweek periods, occupancy frequently plunged below 40%. The most alarming statistic: entire floors of hotel rooms, representing hundreds of millions in construction costs, sat completely vacant. Former employees described the phenomenon as the ghost town effect. One housekeeping supervisor, speaking anonymously, confirmed that management frequently consolidated guests onto specific floors to create the illusion of activity. We'd have maybe 20% occupancy, but all concentrated on a few floors so the property didn't feel completely dead, she recalled. This crisis became particularly evident when comparing Resorts World to its neighbors. While Wynn Las Vegas maintained 85% plus occupancy throughout 2022, and Venetian/Palazzo hovered around 90%, Resorts World's vacancy problem persisted even as the industry rebounded. The seasonal pattern told an even more disturbing tale. During traditionally strong periods like New Year's and March Madness, competitors were turning away bookings while Resorts World still had availability. The booking problem stemmed from multiple factors. Travel forums and review sites revealed consistent complaints about the property's location at the far north end of the Strip, requiring long walks or additional transportation costs to reach central attractions. The integrated resort model that worked brilliantly in Singapore and Macau failed to translate to Vegas, where guests frequently property hop. Most critically, the ambitious pricing strategy collided with reality. First-time visitors weren't willing to pay premium rates for an unproven property. Resorts World's pricing strategy represented perhaps its most catastrophic miscalculation. Internal documents revealed the property initially priced standard rooms between $300 to $400 midweek and $500 to $800 on weekends, rates comparable to established luxury landmarks like Bellagio and Wynn, which had decades of brand equity. Market response was swift and brutal. Booking abandonment rates, the percentage of potential guests who begin a reservation but don't complete it, exceeded 70%, nearly double the industry average. Online travel agencies reported that Resorts World had one of the highest look-to-book ratios in Vegas, meaning customers frequently viewed rooms but chose alternatives. By late 2022, the property had entered panic mode. Flash sales offering 40% discounts became routine. Complimentary room upgrades, typically reserved for high-value players, were extended to basic bookings. Resorts World found itself trapped in the worst possible scenario, discounting luxury rooms while still carrying premium operating costs. Revenue per available room, rev per Tepid, the hotel industry's critical performance metric, told the full story. While competitors like Cosmopolitan and Area maintained RevPAR above $250, Resorts World struggled to break $170. The comparison trap became inescapable. Guests consistently reported choosing established luxury properties at similar price points. Why pay win prices without the win experience? Became a common sentiment in review forums. One former revenue manager summed it up bluntly. We built a premium product but couldn't command premium prices because we hadn't earned that reputation. You can't just declare yourself luxury in Vegas. You have to prove it. The financial consequences have been catastrophic. Analysis of Genting Group's quarterly filings reveals that the Las Vegas property has consistently underperformed projections since opening. Initial expectations of $700 million in annual revenue quickly gave way to the reality of figures closer to $400 to $450 million, a shortfall of nearly 40%. This revenue gap created a cash flow crisis of epic proportions, with estimated operating expenses exceeding $30 million monthly. The property's ability to service its enormous construction debt became increasingly questionable. Industry analysts calculated that Resorts World needed to generate approximately $580 million annually just to break even on its debt obligations, a target it has consistently missed. The impact on Genting's global operations has been severe. The company's stock has underperformed the hospitality sector indexes by over 15% since Resorts World's opening. Credit rating agencies have placed the company's debt under review multiple times, citing Vegas performance concerns. Perhaps most tellingly, Genting has quietly injected additional capital exceeding $300 million into the property, an admission that the original investment model has failed. Banking sources revealed that discussions about restructuring the property's debt have already begun. One senior credit analyst at a major investment bank noted, "When you invest $4.7 billion and your return profiles look this bad, something has to give. The current model simply isn't sustainable." The turmoil extends far beyond financial statements. Resorts World has experienced extraordinary management turnover, with 3 different property presidents in just 2 years. Department heads in gaming, hotel operations, and food and beverage have created a revolving door effect that employees describe as destabilizing. Staff morale has collapsed under the weight of uncertainty. Anonymous employee reviews cite aggressive cost-cutting measures, including reduced hours, eliminated positions, and diminished service standards. One former middle manager described watching the property transform from luxury aspirations to survival mode in less than 18 months. Vendor relationships have similarly deteriorated. Multiple contractors report payment delays exceeding 90 days, virtually unheard of in Vegas operations. Several high-profile restaurant partners have either exited their leases early or renegotiated terms, sensing the property's vulnerability. The original vision of world-class dining experiences has given way to a more modest restaurant collection, as premium partners became hesitant to associate with the struggling property. Most revealing is the marketing pivot. Initial campaigns emphasized exclusivity and luxury experiences. Recent promotions have shifted dramatically toward value messaging and package deals, a tacit acknowledgement that the premium positioning has failed. One former marketing executive confided, "We're essentially trying to rebrand without admitting we need to rebrand." The ripple effects extend throughout the Strip. Neighboring properties initially feared cannibalization from the massive new competitor, but those concerns have given way to anxiety about Resorts World potentially becoming a distressed asset. Casino executives worry about a desperate property slashing rates and devaluing the entire North Strip corridor. The failure has chilled investor enthusiasm for future mega resorts. Several planned developments have been scaled back or reconsidered entirely. As one prominent gaming investor noted, "If Genting, with unlimited resources and global experience, can't make the numbers work, who can?" The lessons are painful but clear. Vegas has likely reached market saturation for ultra-luxury resorts. The post-pandemic traveler has become more value-conscious. Most importantly, the build it and they will come philosophy has been thoroughly debunked. Brand equity and customer loyalty still matter enormously in a city with excessive room inventory. Industry veterans see Resorts World's struggles as a case study in hubris. They believe their international success would automatically translate to Vegas, one former gaming executive explained. But Vegas isn't Macau or Singapore. The competitive dynamics are completely different. The long-term implications suggest a fundamental recalibration for Strip development. Future projects will likely be smaller, phased, and more targeted toward specific market segments. The era of the $5 billion mega resort may have ended with Resorts World's cautionary tale. The house always wins, except when it bets $4.7 billion on a property nobody wants to visit. Resorts World's disaster proves that in Vegas, even unlimited money can't guarantee success. Sometimes the biggest gamble isn't at the tables. It's building the casino itself. The math doesn't lie, and neither do empty hotel rooms.